What is going on, Yeousch Recruits? My name is Patterrz, and this is the 6th and final class overview for the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. It's been a long road. We've been doing it, well, I've been doing this for like 3 months now. It's taken 3 months to get these 6 videos done and uploaded. I don't know, actually, never mind. Ignore that 3 months part. It could be July when this gets uploaded. So, never mind that. Anyway, this time we're doing the Engineer. Now, the Engineer is like the Adept and the Sentinel, a very support-based class. You're going to want to go along the power damage route for the Alliance training and fitness, not the fitness. The Alliance training and whatever race, thing they have instead of Alliance training, Salarian operative. You definitely want to go along power because they're very power focused. And you're always going to want to carry around like sort of small guns, maybe pistols, submachine guns, heavy pistols are all very good choices when using the Engineer because they are, like I said before, very power focused. And because they are very fragile as a support class, so you might want to go along the shields route in fitness instead of melee, because you're not going to want to get in melee range too much, especially on higher difficulties, because you're just going to get destroyed because very fragile. Alright, so for the human, we have Combat Drone, Incinerate, Overload, Alliance Training, and Fitness. So the Combat Drone is actually really useful when you're playing an Engineer as a human, because you can sort of spec it to make it either close range or long range. You can make it fire rockets or use a little electric thing. I've heard some people say that it's more useful when it's used in close range, and it distracts enemies and it can find enemies for you. So if there's that one guy in the round who's just hiding away in the corner and you can't find him, your combat drone might find him for you. You might find him, and it'll be really good. So there's that. He can do that, and he distracts people, of course, but I don't think he lasts very long. You can upgrade his health and shield and stuff, but again, he's not a very resilient combat drone. He is very fragile, just like you. You're two peas in a pod. It's awesome. So there's that. And then there's Incinerate, which is good against armor and health. It burns when you use it on health, though. So you can use that on Atlases when they've got no shield, Geth Pyros, anything with armor. I think Banshees also have armor, which is kind of strange. Whatever, I mean, whatever. But on the higher difficulties, it's not going to be as useful as it would be on the lower difficulties, obviously. I mean, come on. But as a damage-based power, on the higher difficulties, I wouldn't really recommend going for that. Now, Overload's a different story. Overload is a great thing to use. I love Overload. It's just amazing. It saps the shields away from people. It can stun them, stagger them. It can sort of arc off into other people. So if you use on one person, there's another person close to them, will hit that person as well, but for less damage. So Overload as the human is another good thing to use. And then Alliance Training and Fitness, I went over that before. Next we have the Quarian Female, and alright, Female, I'll get to the other one later. We have the Sentry Turret, Incinerate, Cryoblast, Quarian Defender, and Fitness. Now, for Quarian Defender and Fitness, it would just be the same as I said before, and using small guns with the Quarian as well. Maybe a shotgun, because, Tali loves shotguns, whatever. It's whatever, you want to make a Tali character, you can do that. So, for the Sentry Gun, what I like to do with the Sentry Gun is sort of spec it to use the Flamethrower instead of the rockets. And then when you do that, you can put it in sort of tight areas, like a doorway or something, and when they walk in, they're going to get blasted with a flamethrower. I'm not going to like that very much. They're going to melt. It's going to be a puddle on the floor. It's going to be disgusting, actually. But, yeah, so the Sentry Turret is actually very good at defending tight areas. Like if you're doing that stupid hacking thing, you put your Sentry Turret down, it's going to protect you along with your three teammates. I hope they're helping you. Unless they're a Vanguard and charging all over the place, then let them do what they want. They're probably going to get downed anyway. Yeah, so with Incinerate and Cryoblast, I know I said Incinerate wasn't a very good power to use on higher difficulties for the human, but with the Quarian Female it's a different story, because you can spec Cryoblast, or you can spec Incinerate. You can spec one of them to make sure that when you use Incinerate on someone who's already been Cryoblasted or someone who's already frozen by cryo ammo or anything else you can use, that it will do double damage, so it's actually very useful to use with the Quarian Female if you spec them both up. Next we have the Salarian, who has Energy Drain, Decoy, Incinerate, Salarian, Operative, and Fitness. Now, Energy Drain is just like Overload, almost, except it can't arc, I don't think, and instead of just attacking the person and hurting them, it actually does what it says on the front cover, it drains their shield and gives it to you, which is a good thing to use in a tight situation, although I think I already went over this with my Infiltrator overview with the Salarian, so I'm not going to say much about that. Next we have the Decoy, which is a Solarian Engineer exclusive. I don't think anyone else in the game has this power, and it's really useful on higher difficulties because it distracts everyone basically. I think they did nerf it so it doesn't distract them for as long, but it's still a very useful thing, and it's a very popular thing to use on fire-based fight with the Geth. Anyone who plays Mass Effect 3 multiplayer regularly will know what that is, but if you don't, then I'm not gonna tell you, because it's basically just an easy way to do gold. You just well, I guess I will tell you. You just hang out in the back of the map. You just sit there with your decoy, and everyone gets fooled, and they don't have grenades, so they can't flush you out. It's pretty simple stuff. And Incinerate, like I said before, for the human, it's not that good unless you're using the Quarian female, and you use it with Cryoblast, so I don't know, I kind of skip out on that. Solarian Operative Fitness, it's sort of, you know, self-explanatory for shields because they're very fragile, and Solarians are kind of weapon-based as well, so you might want to have some bigger weapons than you would with the other classes, no, not other classes, other races, that's what I meant to say. So you might want to have like a sniper rifle or something like that, but not too much, you know, you're still going to want to use your powers often, like energy drain and decoy. Okay, so the next one is a Geth. Now, I didn't go over the Geth with my Infiltrator one because it wasn't out then, I don't believe. So the Geth has Geth Turret, Hunter Mode, Overload, Networked AI, and Advanced Hardware. Networked AI and Advanced Hardware work the same as... God damn, I can't speak today, I'm sorry. Work the same as Alliance Training and Fitness, so that's basically just the same thing, almost, mostly. Apart from you can upgrade your damage with Geth weapons if you so choose to. Now, Geth Turret is different to Sentry Turret. Instead of, I think you might be able to still use flamethrowers and rockets, I'm not entirely sure, but instead of doing that, you can actually heal people, which is also good in tight situations when you need to defend something. If your shields go down, the Geth Turret will send out this little blast thingamajigger, and it will heal you and make sure you don't die, which is always a good thing to do. Okay, so Hunter Mode. I don't really know what to think about this. It's a good thing, but what it does is it sort of increases your weapon damage. It increases everything basically apart from your shields, which get cut in half, I think. And the Geth shields are what makes it so great, because the Geth has very large shields but very low health. So when you get the shields cut in half, you're sort of even more fragile than before. So I don't really know what to think about this. It sort of highlights everyone. You can hit people through walls with javelins because of the Geth increase of damage with Geth weapons. So I don't really know what to think about that. Also, it strains your eyes a lot, so it depends on how long you want to play as the Geth with the Hunter Mode on. You might want, I suggest turning it off, you know, in between rounds, because it does get a little hard to look at. It does get annoying. But yeah, so they have Overload as well, which again is very useful, as I said before, the human, with all the arcing and the shield sapping and staggering and stuff. So there's that. And the last one is the Quarian Male, which I haven't had the chance to play as. I haven't had the chance to play as any of the Rebellion? Yeah, that's the one, the Rebellion multiplayer characters yet. But they have Tactical Stand, Incinerate, Arc Grenade, Quarian Defender just like the Quarian Female, and Fitness just like pretty much everyone else. So I don't really know what Tactical Stand does. I've seen a few videos of it. From what I see, it just like highlights people, maybe do more damage. I'm not entirely sure. I'm sorry if you came here for tips on this guy, but I do not know. Incinerate, I don't really know what to think about that with the Quarian Male, because it seems like Arc Grenade would be a good thing to use if you're fighting Geth, but I'm not really sure otherwise. I'm not really sure how it would go with if you're fighting Reapers or Cerberus, for example. So yeah, I'm sorry I can't provide very good tips on that one. I haven't had the chance to play as him because the game hates me. It won't let me unlock any characters. But there's that. Alright, so this is the last episode in the Mass Effect overview multiplayer thing, and this is getting on a bit now. I didn't realize I was talking for so long. Oh, but I hope you enjoyed this. It's a little getting out of my elements, this whole post-commentary thing. I'm not really used to it, and it's kind of strange. It's kind of unusual. I don't really know what to do, but I hope I've been doing all right so far. God damn it, right at the end I'm gonna mess this whole thing up. No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, right at the end. Okay, but I hope I've been okay. You could of course leave comments telling me if you made it this far. If you have, then I thank you for making this far, and you can also check out my channels for... Check out my channels? I have one channel, I don't have multiple channels. I have one. Check out my channel for more Let's Plays and stuff and commentaries. I have Dragon Ball. I might have Dragon Ball going up on Yeousch Recruits, I don't know. It depends. I'll have a think about things, but this is it for the Mass Effect Overview class series thing. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.